DC, the future state. It literally makes sense of what the name is called, future state, for a reason. It's literally a possible future and a direct sequel to the Dark Knight death metal event. It's literally a possible future taking place in year 2025. That's when it begins. Why am I bringing this stuff up? Well, Raven, during her adventures, ended up absorbing the four horsemen of apocalypse, making her more powerful than before, which leads to the topic at hand. Raven's most powered up state in a possible future. Possible future. This is not her base state. She can just transform at will like a Super Saiyan transformation, just to let you guys know. Obtains a ridiculous amount of power and is pretty much unstoppable in this possible future. And you're going to see why the farther I go. Let's get it. But before I get right into it, thank you all that have donated to the channel. Appreciate it a lot. This state would be dubbed Unkindness Raven, or one could say Raven future state in the possible future. She got powered up. That's why you see like the little Shazam looking logo. Yeah, like I said a second ago, it is from the ashes of death metal. This story involved Red X. Yeah, the same guy you probably saw in the Teen Titans animated show. You're probably wondering how Raven is involved in all this stuff. Raven, aiding her allies, the Teen Titans, of course, were battling the four horsemen of apocalypse who had been unleashed by Red X, who I just said a second ago. Raven was a helping aid as always. She used her magic in order to pull the horsemen from their holes and into her, confining them. As you can see here, she even attempted to control them by confining them in her body, but their corruptive forces were too much, and you're going to see later on how this ended up backfiring. And here's more panels of her fighting along with the Titans to conceal the horsemen of apocalypse, fighting more. Yep, Raven doing her thing, big ol' wings, as you can see, drawing them out of the allies. Yeah, Raven's the real MVP, helping out with these apocalypse horsemen or whatever. They even stated she did it, taking care of these four horsemen. That's when she started getting twisted, like I said a second ago, started attacking. Shazam stated, Miss Raven, it stated here, it's the riders, Billy. I have them. They're a part of me now, but it's all unkindness. That's where the name Unkindness came from. People have been dubbing her this recently. He convinced her to confine her within the Rock of Eternity, so Shazam had to do what he had to do, which is basically like the ultimate prison for supernatural magical beings. So Raven, yeah, this was actually a smart move to imprison her here because she was getting out of control. All right, so she's sealed inside the Rock of Eternity, so everything should be all well and dandy, right? The problem is, while she was in this place, she communicated with demons in hell, forged an alliance with this guy named Neron, as you see here. Neron actually corrupted the magic of Shazam, turning Shazam against his own allies. And you see that shard around his neck? That's very important. Has him confront the freaking Spectre. The Spectre contains him, like kind of just wields him in place at will. Tries to attack Spectre. Of course, Spectre blocking his attack with ease here. Spectre end up reading and seeing what's going on with all this stuff with Shazam, bringing Raven there and all that stuff. Even though his guard shouldn't technically ever be down, but whatever. Shazam used this time to stab the Spectre, of course, when he's corrupted by Neron, of course. The reason why he was able to even kill the Spectre is because he used the last living shard of the Spear of Destiny, overpowered artifact, angelic artifact. Like, they can't believe it. He even says, forgive me. Deadman gets involved, the guy that can possess people, to try to literally possess him to make him say Shazam, as you can see here. This actually backfired because that was Neron's plan, the person working with Raven, to get Shazam's power from that lightning bolt. He states here, our bargain is complete, Unkindness. The power of Shazam is yours. He used this time of Shazam being possessed by Deadman to be possessed to channel this power into Raven, making her even more powerful. So now she has the power of all those horsemen and got powered up by Shazam as well, a Superman tier in this future state. Neron is a servant to the Unkindness Raven. Doing so also unleashed her from her prison, and this is how this crazy looking design looks. Yeah, she's powered up by Shazam and the Horsemen of Apocalypse and is unleashed from the Rock of Eternity, bargaining with demons and stuff like that, communicating with demons of hell, forging an alliance. After this stuff, she goes by the Unkindness now. She became a constant threat for the universe by the 853rd century, along with her demons. She led an army of the Lords of Chaos and the 7 deadly enemies of man, used them destroying the cosmos. There's even more writer intent for you. The writers even confirmed that this Unkindness is even above evidently Perpetua. Like, it even stated here, more powerful than both. As time went by, of course, she devoured ancient artifacts and magic and reality. Literally nothing could stop her. The only way to win is to stop her from becoming this. Literally confirming that she was eating everything up by the writers. Future Justice League is a beast too, don't lie. Like, it literally has a watchtower mogul, like the living planet, 853rd century. It's ridiculous. All this tech. She's still a threat to all of this. It say here, the multi-dimensions were at peace, ordered until now. You can even see the Hall of Justice and how dripped out everything is. Even freaking Superman Prime 1 million has trouble with Unkindness and her minions, gets devoured by the minions. This same Superman Prime 1 million has a ring as well. The ultimate Superman, basically. This same Superman Prime 1 million fell to Raven's might and her minions in the 800th century. She's on some cosmic being levels right now. Like, look at this. It states, led by the 7 deadly sins and accompanied by the last lords of chaos, the Unkindness consumes every plane of existence in order to bring the end of all things. Vandal Savage over here. Pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, sloth, gluttony, absurd. Look at the way she looks. Superman Prime 1 million, the being that's been subbed in 15,000 years, gets obliterated by minions of her. His body and will broken, they say. You see the green ring? Shattered. It even stated here, Superman Prime was everything I dreamed of being, and he didn't even stand a chance. Atlantean cruisers get destroyed. Dude. The most precious and powerful pieces of the universe were consumed plane by plane, dimension by dimension, into the darkness of the Unkindness, knowing nothing can save them. The Phantom Stranger was even getting involved with this major event. This is probably one of the better ways to catch you up to speed. Yes, a hero once upon a time, but the Horseman possessed her, turning her evil. She was placed within the Rock of Eternity, here in hell, where Billy Batson was tasked with keeping her contained. The time in hell, I can only assume she was getting stronger over as time went by, with all those demons making allies with Neron. Right, that's the only thing that makes sense. It stated, when the Unkindness emerged, she was more powerful than ever, absorbing everything around her, resulting in this. They going back to the past, showing like normal Raven, Trigon, and White Raven. This girl was destroying the entire multiverse, including the Speed Force wall, the Skylands, and New Genesis. Literally, look at this. One of the few places she didn't destroy, I don't know how, but dang. They stated, some of the Lords of Order knew she had bested them and so retreated with the remaining beings of magic to create a fortress impervious to attack and infiltration. Welcome to the Tower of Fate. These are the last beings of magic that are left. There go Fate, there go Trigon. And this is where you see the quintessence. Yeah, a whole new crew, Hippolyta, you know. Unkindness was so powerful that these powerful beings said, F it. We're going to wait until she's done absorbing all this stuff. And then we're going to step in and reshape everything as it is from the chaos. Like, they was literally about to say, nah, we're not about to fight her. We just gonna let her finish what she got to do, and then we gonna try to reshape the universe. Like, what? They just gonna sit around because they know they can't do jack. They stated here, with our combined power, we can remain here until the Unkindness is finished. They stated they was gonna wait to prepare for the renewal. She even stated here, this is us comic fans reading her out. We're like, great, another reboot. That's basically her talking for the audience, you know. Unkindness even started making her arm fading away because she's consuming a piece of her timeline. She's literally consuming things as they speak. Entire timeline continuums. They're trying to make a plan for Adam, so power to protect him from absorbing his timeline so he doesn't vanish. And before you know it, all y'all gonna vanish, so y'all gotta come up with something, right? By the way, the arm that was disappearing was an actual time traveler. Then she pops up to rain on their parade. Like, literally treats everybody like literally nothing. Like, you see the blast there, gets blasted back. There's no stopping the inevitable old man. Future state Black Adam gets tossed. It looked like Unkindness was about to kill Black Adam and the Wizard. The Wizard told him to say Shazam again. And this powerful lightning that he said Shazam to was able to hurl Black Adam through the time stream, through the multiverse, through the time stream and Speed Force, disrupting the own fundamental fabric of the Omniverse, and finally into the Rock of Eternity. So basically, the whole plan was for Black Adam to pretty much get sent backwards in time in the year 2021. That's our year I'm filming this vid, by the way. They have to destroy Unkindness before it even becomes that powerful because she was just completely unstoppable. Thanks to all those freaking power-ups, consuming all them powerful beings, even overpowering Superman Prime 1 million, couldn't nobody really stop her. Even folk that thought they were safe were not safe at the vanishing point. The vanishing point exists outside of the time stream. They still wasn't safe. My name is Gold Beetle. I come from a long line of heroes and time travelers. Literally stated here to be eating time. I find it interesting that her and her minions was able to take on Superman Prime 1 million, but somehow Wizard and even Black Adam was able to survive a couple of attacks from the Unkindness Raven, you know, possessing the different minions and stuff, 7 deadly sins. It's heavily implying that even other characters other than Superman, like Black Adam or Shazam, are more powered up than their current comic book selves here in the future. It makes sense. As time goes by, they would need to get stronger to really won't be useless in comparison. But yeah, the ultimate goal, at the end of the day, they still couldn't take her on regardless. How strong do you think she is? I believe she's cosmic being level. I would like to have seen her actually fight Perpetua. The writers did say she was above Perpetua. Yeah, they say she is, and she has some crazy feats and nobody really can stop her. So I can't really deny it. I mean, I'm not the writer, but what do you guys think? Do you think she's above Perpetua and in this state? This more than likely won't happen. They're probably going to change the future to where Raven doesn't get this OP because it'll be the end of all things and they can't have comics end, right? So yeah, it's not a Super Saiyan transformation. She can just flip a switch and turn on in her base state. You know what I mean? She had tons and tons of amps, absorbing universes, dimensions, stuff like that. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Respect Raven though. Even though this is a cool future type of thing though, I will admit.